Playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Hardman on a return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go play fake. Mahomes. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. On play action, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the draw, it's Pollard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
We're scoreless after 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. They run off tackle right with Williams. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. K.J. Hamler from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To the 43, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's Pollard again. And some space here. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 69 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here. but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Now here's Pollard. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown. Javonte Williams from 10 yards out. McManus now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up. Run for Pollard. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. But no doubt that changes things. Instead of putting 3 more points on the board, they surrender 6 the other way, and they also surrender the lead.
My math's not that great, but that's a 9-point swing, likely to become 10 after they add the extra point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Pollard looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Pollard again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Extra point by Buckers on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 44, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
14,
Here's Wilson. The 20. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. Again, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick from 8 yards out. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Was that a receiver?
Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be...
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Jeudy, 36 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, it's Pollard. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
it.